Hello, my friends. Welcome back to English Unleashed. I'm Tom, and today I want to talk about something that many language learners face, the challenge of forgetting English words. Let me ask you, have you ever experienced a moment where you learned a new word, understood its meaning clearly, and felt good about it, but then, after a day or two, suddenly you realize you don't remember that word anymore? It's like you knew it yesterday, but now it's gone. Maybe you think to yourself, I learned this word before, so why can't I recall it now? If this sounds familiar, don't worry, you're not alone. This is a very common experience for many learners, and it does not mean you are bad at English or incapable. The truth is, everyone encounters this issue at some stage. Today, I'm going to share simple, practical ways to help you stop forgetting English words so easily. These methods are easy to understand, small in effort but powerful in results, and they really work when applied in real-life learning situations. First, let's understand why this happens. Why do we forget words? The answer is connected to how our brain functions. It's crucial to realize that forgetting words is not a sign of weakness or failure in learning English. Instead, it's a natural part of how our brain processes and stores information. Our brain is like a muscle. When we use it regularly, it becomes stronger. When we don't, it weakens. When you learn a new word for the first time, your brain recognizes it as something new and unfamiliar piece of information. If that word does not come up again or isn't reinforced, your brain considers that word less important and may decide to delete or forget it. This is a normal, automatic process. Our brain aims to save energy and space by keeping only what it perceives as useful or relevant. As a result, many words we learn may fade away if they aren't reinforced enough. Now, here's the important part: forgetting words actually indicates that your brain is actively working. It's trying to organize and filter information, which is a sign of learning happening, not failure. So, what's the best way to counteract this? The key is simply to memorize more words. Instead, it's about repeatedly encountering the same words through different contexts. Repetition is essential. Many learners make the mistake of trying to memorize large lists of new words each day, whether it's 10, 20, or even 50 words, and they feel productive because they're busy. However, their brains become overwhelmed and tired from this overload, which makes retention difficult. A smarter approach is to focus on just one word at a time. Really get to know it by seeing and hearing it multiple times. For example, take a simple word like morning. You don't need to learn 10 new words today. Instead, focus on that one word. Use it in different ways: good morning, morning coffee, morning routine, and a morning person. When you encounter the word in various sentences or situations, your brain recognizes that this word is important and starts to keep it. Another vital insight is that words don't like to be alone. A solitary word is weak and more likely to be forgotten. When a word appears in isolation without any context, your brain struggles to connect it to meaning or usage. For example, the word cold by itself is vague. Without context, your mind might ask, cold what? Cold weather, cold water, cold coffee, and confusion arises. However, when you hear or say full sentences such as, it is cold today, I like cold water, or my hands are cold, the word gains a clear place and meaning in your mind. This is called context, the situation or environment in which the word is used. Context provides your brain with clues about how the word functions in real life. It helps your brain understand and remember the word better, because it's associated with actual experiences or language use. When you learn a word inside a sentence, it becomes more meaningful and stays longer in your memory. So, here's a simple but powerful rule: never learn a new word in isolation. Always try to learn words within sentences or meaningful examples. Giving each word a home in a sentence gives it structure and helps your brain remember it more effectively. Now, I want to encourage you to practice speaking out loud. Use your voice, not just your mind. Say the words loudly, clearly, and confidently. This might feel a little brave at first, but it's essential. When you speak, your ears hear the words again, reinforcing their importance and helping your brain encode them more strongly. For example, I will say a sentence slowly. I drink water in the morning. Now, I want you to repeat it after me, not in a rush, but slowly and clearly. Repeat it again, emphasizing each word. Every time you speak aloud, you're strengthening your memory and creating a stronger connection in your brain. Remember, listening to English is good, but speaking out loud is even better. Combining both improves your ability to remember words for a longer time. Here's another little secret about learning English. You don't need to study for hours at a stretch. Long study sessions can tire your brain and reduce your ability to retain new information. Instead, short, focused practice periods, just 5 or 10 minutes each day, are much more effective. For example, learn one new word in the morning, spend a few minutes reviewing it, then see it again later in different sentences or situations. This process, called spaced repetition, involves gradually increasing the time between each review. When you review a word multiple times across different days, it becomes a part of your long-term memory, feeling familiar, then easy, then natural. Spacing out your learning sessions makes a big difference. It's better to review small bits regularly than to cram everything into one long study session, and then forget it after days or weeks. Finally, remember this: forgetting words is not failure. It's a normal part of learning a language. As long as you keep practicing little by little every day, your English skills will grow steadily. Your progress might be quiet and slow, but it's sure and strong. Your brain is building your vocabulary and your confidence with each step you take. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of English Unleashed. I'm Tom, and until next time, keep learning, keep practicing, and enjoy your journey to mastering English. Happy holidays!